Hi guys, welcome to another tutorial. My name is Ridwan. Today I'm going to be creating content types and exposing API in Strapi. From our last tutorial, we were able to create a tutorial called My Project, and this is created on my computer here in the documents folder. So now we need to use VS Code to launch this application. So all I need to do is right click, show more option. Using Windows 11, so it's still the same opening with VS Code on even Windows 10. Let's yes. So now we have access to all of Strapi source code. So here, I'm not going to be doing much from this site about Strapi database, the structure, folder structure, and all of that. I'm going to start my Strapi project now. Let's say yarn develop. So whenever you want to start Strapi, you just do yarn develop, and this is going to launch your project. And let's wait for this to complete. Getting the UI successfully. So our project should be up and running in a few minutes. So let's go to the localhost port 1337/admin. So this is going to open admin page. So this you need your email address to log in to your Strapi account. So I'm going to do this. You can select remind me. Yeah, and now we're in. Okay, perfect. So we're back here. So today we're talking about creating a content type. So to create your content type in Strapi, or you go to under the plugins tab, and you click on content type builder. So we have three different type of content types here. We have the collection types and the single types and components. So component is going to be somewhat different. I'm going to be teaching more in depth of creating a content type using Strapi. Let's say relations, and you want a field in Strapi where it's repeatable. So that's what is called component. It's repeatable. When you create that data, you can create it again. So it's basically in Strapi, it's easy to do that. So first I'm going to be showing you the content types. So we're creating a new content type. Let me call this article. So display name article is this PI singular ID is article, and the plural is articles. So if you're calling multiple articles, or you want to call just a single data from there, which is the article. So I'll click on continue, and first let's create our first content. So what do we need in an article? So let's say we need a title, and title can be short text, and we add another field. Let's do this rich text for content. So we have our content. So let me just leave that to that. Okay, let me create one more field and call that author. So we have author, then click on finish. So we have three contents in this structure. You click on save, and this is going to create all of these in the back end. So you're already setting up your API. So that's easy to do on Strapi, just easy to do, straightforward. So all you need to do is to create the data, your database structure, what you need, and set up article, content, and auto. And now here on the left where you have the content types, now you can see articles showing up there apart from users. So if you go back to content manager, you should see under collection types we have the article there. So here we can create our article. You can use this button here if you're creating for the first time, or you can use here as well, creating your entry. So let's call the title of our article, let's say I'm talking about graphics design, and here we type in our content. This, you know, this is all about Strapi admin, amazing CMS. Okay, although that it's not the same as what the graphics is entitled, but you get what I mean. So the author, I can put that as my name. So because I want to push to the front end who the author is, so I don't want to pick that from who is actually creating that from the admin portal, from this admin panel interface. So I want this to also push to the front. I can be the one to assist a colleague to create an article and specify the author, and that's it. And I can create any content and specify the real author of that content as well. So save. So, and that's that. So easy. So now we've created our first content in so let's go back. So now you see first content we have created this, the author, graphic design, title, created art. Currently you can see the status draft. So that's also the beauty of Strapi. So whenever you create a new content, you have the option to to publish this when this is done. So it's very good when it comes to creating articles. So I can come and create multiple articles and decide to publish them later, so it shows up in the front end. So that's just the beauty of Strapi. So let's publish this, and when you published, that's it, just one click and you're done. And let's go back. You see this is published. So now since we've published, we should be able to see this in our front end, and can also call that API. So for you to call consume an API or call out an API in Strapi, since you just set up your collection types, and all you need to do, we need to expose our API through going to settings, and under users and permissions plugins, you click on rows, and you click on the public. So here you can see article shows up under the list of permissions. So now we're giving permission to find and find one. So it means you can find an article, the list of articles, and you can also find an article by one. So you click on save, and voila, we have our API open. We should be able to consume to access our API from here. So we do localhost, we have the port 1337, then you slash API, then slash articles. So hit on enter, and now we have our API open. Yeah, that does it. So the ID of one attribute, and we have the title, which is graphic design, the content as well, and created art, published art, and also it has a meta, which also set up the pagination. So that's just all about creating content types in Strapi and having your API exposed. So let's create one more, and that should be for the single types. So the single type, let's call this home. So if you, let's say home page, yeah, home page. So click on continue, and in my home page I'll need a title. or let me state who we are. Yeah, just a short text. Who we are. Okay, like a description of who we are, and let's add another field. Oh, sorry. So I'm going to be creating this again. Yeah, so the home page is there, so I can create this again. So let's call this title. We can't create it that way, so title, and the next thing is the text that will be added there, so call this description. So that's one, and let's say I'm specifying an email address as well on my home page. I create this there, and let's click on finish. So this is all we have here, and you click on save. So we have the title, description, and email. So let's say I'm showing up my email on the home page, also the title, so who we are also, and description of what we do, so exposing this in the home page. So let's wait for this to load up. So basically Strapi is going to get all of this ready. So let's go back to content manager, and under single types you can see the home page now, and this is what I was explaining in the first tutorial. So it just opens up directly what component or element you've created. Unlike the collection types, it shows the adding an entry to the articles which we already have. So but for single type, it's just a single data point. So let's say we are, and this is what we do to to tell you about Strapi. So I'll specify email. So when for this, so we click on save, and you click on publish. So basically Strapi also have if you don't want this publish on or unpublish option to show up, maybe you want to do like on page, it's not like articles you're trying to keep later, you want to do the on page instead of it to save and publish every time, just go back to the content type builder. Let's select this, and on the home page click on edit. So you click on the advanced settings here. Here you have the draft or publish. You set this to false, yes, and click on finish. So this is going to build that up again for us. So that's just how easy Strapi is. So you're going to enjoy a lot more when you use Strapi. There are a lot of things to do with it, and since it has access that you have your code related to the your project structure on your computer, you can edit. It's all written in JavaScript, and currently Strapi is building extending this to TypeScript and the rest. So if you have knowledge of JavaScript and, or TypeScript, just take your time and check out the Strapi documentation. Is straightforward, and you will be able to create a whole lot using Strapi on your own. So now we've removed that, so let's go back to the content manager, and on page you can see we no longer have that there. So who we are, I guess because we didn't save that or publish that, so this is Strapi email. Okay, yeah, so save, and that's all. So we don't need the option for publishing and all of that. in an home page. So you can see when I go back, it's just a single type. We go in there. Oops. So I don't. Yeah. So now we go to the content type to sorry settings to here to expose our API. So let's go the home page. Yeah. So now we find home page. Since this is a single type, so you don't have a find one. You just find that home page. So now if we go back to here to check out the API, let's go to home page. And now we have our API, who we are, description, and all of that expose. So this is how you expose your data to your front end, maybe using Vue.js or what's it called, React and the rest, Angular. You should be able to expose it easy this way. So we can access, you can see we can access our API easily. So that's all on this tutorial. So on our next tutorial, I'll be showing you how to update Strapi. If you notice, when you go to settings under the global settings overview, we have a new Strapi upgrade. So I'm going to be taking us next on our next tutorial, basically on how to do this. Thank you very much for your time, guys. Please click on subscribe and like this, and think, believe, and develop the future today. Thank you. Bye.